Good afternoon, everybody. I am meteorologist Justin Williams here to give you your North Georgia weather forecast, your breakdown on weather. So, what's happening here? So, what do I have pulled up? This is the flash extent density product from the GOES satellite. And essentially, it just tells you how many flashes per 5 minutes, how many lightning flashes you see. Or, that could be intra-cloud lightning or cloud to ground. Not all this is cloud to ground lightning, of course. But you can see it's a light show over Florida. They're known for that. They are the lightning capital of the world. You got a little bit of a light show up in North Texas. So we got some convection. We got some clouds. We got some storms up there in North Texas. And we have this remnant cold front that's producing some decent storms up in South and North Carolina. And that will kind of be the story as we go into tonight as that cold front pushes through and takes all that into the Atlantic. Let's see what that looks like. Cold front's hovering over northwest Georgia right now, and it will be making its way through Friday. It should be leaving Georgia by midday Friday, and we will start seeing its effects, and most notably its temperatures, or the humidity that will result in actually higher temperatures from this cold front. Even though it's a cold front, it's bringing warmer air with it. Well, the biggest thing is it's going to be giving us drier air, and drier air is easier to heat up. That is the biggest thing to take away from this. And what comes after it is just a series of high pressure that will persist for the next couple days, all the way into Sunday when your next big event, most likely your next biggest chance of rain will be Sunday morning, as we do have a stationary front and a low pressure setting up over West Tennessee. Now, all the rain will most likely just be northwest Georgia, extreme northwest Georgia, and scattered showers everywhere else as we go into Monday morning. Not a whole lot of rain will be expected from this. Let's take a look at your temperatures. So as of now, we've been hovering around the 80s in Athens, 80s everywhere else, mid 80s, except for the mountains. And that's going to be somewhat similar tomorrow, but that humidity decrease will allow us to cool down to 68, 67, and the lower 60s in the mountains tonight. And as we go into tomorrow, we're going to be able to rebound quite nicely. Upper 80s for some parts of North Georgia, lower 80s for others, which is about the same. We might have gotten colder air, but we got drier air. That's easier to heat up, so not much of a change. And we can really see the biggest change going into Saturday morning with lows in the low 60s over most of North Georgia and the upper 50s in the mountains, 59 in Chattanooga, which is pretty crazy going into mid-June. And of course, it rebounds quite nicely from there into the 90s in some places, upper 80s for most of North Georgia. And Sunday is the same story. 90s for a lot of Georgia, surprisingly. All the way up to the metro Atlanta area, you guys could be seeing the temperatures of 92, 93 degrees. Canton could be seeing upper 80s. Blue Ridge Mountains could be seeing low to mid 80s going in Sunday. This is still 72 hours out too. The temperatures have only been increasing with as we get closer in time. So I expect these temperatures only to be increasing. So be on the lookout starting at the beginning of next week because it is going to be hot. Taking a look here, let's take a look. So Canton, this is going to be your Canton temperatures for the next 7 days. So we can see tomorrow 83, pretty modest, very low humidity. But as we go through, upper 80s will be expected for next week, at the end of next week, and mid to lower 80s as we got a little bit of cloudiness, probably a little bit of rain that's going to be affecting you guys. This is going to be the same story for Chattanooga or really anybody across the very extreme North Georgia, other than the Blue Ridge Mountains, which will be pretty significantly cooler, probably in the low to mid 80s, really at the hottest. Let's check out Athens. So we can see that 93 peak on Sunday and 90 on Monday and almost basically 90 across the board for the end of next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Summer's here, guys. Taste of summer is officially here. So be ready. Once again, I am meteorologist Justin Williams, and go Dogs.